Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my garden. It's a Saturday morning, and I'm going to try to attack this garden bed. I'm going to be pruning and just generally cleaning up in preparation for some new plants to show up. This is a little hummingbird garden that I created last year to situate beneath my 40-year-old orange tree. You can see how a lot of the plants are getting overgrown. The Santa Barbara daisy is spreading a little too much. The geraniums need to be cut back and repropagated. The daffodils just finished their bloom, need to be cut. This is turning into a bit of a hodgepodge, which in a way is indicative of a hummingbird garden. But I'd like to give it a little more pizzazz. So when I go shopping for plants tomorrow, I'll come up with a selection of perennials that will spice this up, and I'll be transplanting, weeding, pruning, and planting a new garden. So you could follow along with me. And what kind of tools am I using? Of course, a good old hand trowels, little shovels, just a container to keep all the rubbish in, and some knee pads. There's all my hand trowels and clippers, so ready to go. So give me about half an hour. I'll be back to you, and let's see how this turns out. So it's cleaner now. I don't know if it looks like much of a difference to you. I spent a lot of time taking down the daffodil leaves. They just finished blooming a week or so ago. And there were a lot of geraniums in here, which I just piled up over here. So I've got all these spider plants, which are very invasive, so I pulled a lot of those out. Geraniums, I've got another spot in my garden to plant them and repot them. And got a little bit, an amaryllis and an iris that are randomly in there, and a princess flower. So away they go. And now I'm left with really the skeleton of what will be the hummingbird garden. So these might look like weeds to you, and weeds are only what you don't want in the garden. And they're not weeds, those are a Salvia May Night. So I'm choosing hummingbird garden plants that, of course, are attractive to pollinators, and secondly, the deer don't really like them. I have a herd of deer in the neighborhood that come through cruising all the time, so I'm always trying to shoo them away. Now these guys, they look so gangly, but I love them. They're butterfly plants, Asclepias, and I would have cut them way down, but they're just starting to bloom. They get some wonderful orange blooms. The butterflies and the hummingbirds go crazy over them. Therefore, I keep them. And then the Santa Barbara daisy makes a nice little edge, so I just cut it back significantly. The lantana kind of freezes around here. My home's in Gilroy at Sunset Zone 15, so it gets a little too cold for them, but they come back, so I cut those back. And I find some little hidden gems that I didn't know were hiding beneath the geraniums. There's some alstroemeria that's going to come up, and this yellow penstemon is just starting. Let's see, there's more of the May Night starting to bloom. I thought for the time being I'll keep this chondropedilum as a reed grass, which might get too intensely spready, and I'll just take it away, but it helps hide that sprinkler and it gives a little height to the garden. I know the blue ball is lopsided and strange. It's a sentimental piece of sculpture to me, and it's also hiding the lid of a drain clean out. So I just have to level it out, and I need somebody stronger than myself to help with that. And then the gardenia, I prune back a lot. It gets a little shady in this corner. And the succulent pot is so out of place here. I'll find another spot for it, but it too has a function. It's hiding a little valve box. So all of these are plants that are going to come back, and the hummingbirds are going to love them. There's a autumn sage, and again the penstemon. There's California fuchsia, Zauschneria. So when I go to the nursery now, I've got a blank slate. I can count for myself about how many plants I should buy, which I'm guessing I might get about 21-gallon plants. Maybe that's stuffing a little bit, but it'll be fun. Get some more blues in here and a few pinks, like some penstemons. I happen to like a lot of bright colors since I have a Mexican style, hacienda style garden, and these sort of fiesta colors work well with it. All right, everybody, that's it for today. The rain's starting to come. I'm getting sprinkled on, so I'll keep cleaning up and share more with you soon. Thanks for joining.